What's up, everyone? This is Nick with the Batman hat. We are out here about to do an interview with a friend of mine who, if you have not noticed or seen his previous video that I have uploaded for his wrestling, I'm going to ask him a couple questions and his path to success. Please stay tuned. Bear with us. It's going to be a transition I'm going to have here. Just going to go straight into the interview. I'm going to get it warmed up a little bit. Might do something a little different, do something a little different. The hat may or may not be on. We'll see. Stay tuned. But thank you so much for tuning in and being inspired by this as well. And if you have anything else you have any questions on, please like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll do the best I can to answer your questions for you. Alright, talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned. Alright, everyone, this is my friend Tony. If you have not seen the previous video of him training, please check it out. I'll put a clip in real quick, maybe towards the middle or the end of the interview, so you can see it. We're going to start asking him some questions on his path to success with wrestling, his career, and get a bit of backstory on him. Would you like to introduce yourself?
So guys, my name is Tony Tolbert. I wrestle for the Pennsylvania RTC in Philly, the University of Pennsylvania, and this is my path to success.
Awesome. So I'm going to do a little interview here, ask him some questions, and get to know him a little bit. And in case anybody was interested in wrestling in the future, and or if he likes to look at this again and be a little bit inspired again by it when you're feeling down. But let's get to some questions. What inspires you to keep moving forward with your choice of wrestling?
Honestly, it gets in your blood, man. It's like it's a family thing. I've been doing this since I was like 7 years old. So, and honestly, it's always been like just a dream, like just to be successful, and it's my dream to get that Olympic gold, man.
Nice,
yeah.
nice. What kind of diet do you have? Like, what do you try to eat to maintain your weight when you're going to wrestling events, or just when you're not doing like off season? Just try to maintain. Is there like a certain diet to eat, certain like vegetables or anything like that sorts?
Yeah. When I'm trying to lose weight or maintain my weight, like obviously, cut out all the junk food, soda, like stuff like that. But usually what I do is like I'll cut out like all red meat, and I'll try to I won't completely cut out carbs because obviously I need it to perform, but I'll just kind of just cut back on it, cut back on bread and stuff, and I'll only eat like white meat chicken or like turkey, and as I get closer to weigh-ins, I'll try to cut out meat altogether and just rely on almonds or egg whites for my protein. Obviously eat a lot of greens, and drink plenty of water. I'll try to drink not necessarily a gallon of water a day, but I'll get like a gallon of distilled water, and over a day and a half, I'll try to finish it. Let's see, and obviously eat a lot of fruit, and cut back on sugar, obviously, and I won't necessarily count calories, but I'll just be mindful.
Okay.
And just be mindful that I have to put out more calories than I put in.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And my next question is, because you did mention the Olympics, is that your career goal to get to the Olympics, or what is it your end goal?
My end goal, when it's all said and done, because the only thing we leave behind in this life is a legacy. So that's my number one goal, is to leave behind a great legacy. The only thing we leave behind in this life is a legacy, and obviously the Olympic gold is a big one. Oh my God.
For someone who is actually inspired to do wrestling, say if there's someone at your young age at 7,
Yeah.
What's some struggles? Thinking of struggles you went through, what's some struggles you think they would have to overcome, and well, think about struggles they would have to overcome, as well as what's some inspiring words you can give to them to keep them to keep going forward when they're like, I won't be able to make weight or something like this.
Well, when I first started out in sports, before I did wrestling, I did karate, I ran track, and my dad had me pretty much like working like powerlifting techniques like ever since I could walk, basically. So like my dad's been a personal trainer since for about 37 years. So yeah, so like he's had me and my brothers like just, like lifting and like working out ever since we were little kids. And for anyone getting started, especially young age, just have fun with it. Like you gotta have fun with it, man. Like if you don't have a passion for it, especially like later in your career, like college and after that, like you gotta have a passion for it in order to move forward and continue with it, or else you're gonna be miserable. Like I know guys like in high school and college who just they just did it because like either their parents made them do it or because like they like for whatever reason like they weren't like in love with the sport and they were miserable. Like they were really miserable. So and if you're like really young with it, just like it'll like things will come to you and you'll get better over time and just again just have fun with it, man.
In your training, have you ever done like research in wrestling to keep yourself focused, to keep learning? Because with different rules or regulations always changing all the time. Do you try to stay up to date with that? I know a lot of us. I know I was one of them. Don't like to read too often, but do you try to read as often as possible related to your career to try and stay informed?
Yeah, of course. Like I study wrestling every day, man. Like even like I'm always like on like YouTube or Flow Wrestling, like watching videos, highlights of because I'm actually like a fan of the sport. Like I know I participate in it, but I'm also a fan of it. So like I'm always watching like YouTube videos of good matches and studying up on opponents. Like what are their habits and stuff like that. Also, yeah, of course, I try to stay up to date with like the rule changes, like and Olympic level freestyle wrestling. Like there are a lot of rule changes every year, so you gotta like stay up on that. And yeah, like I just try to like just like soak in as much as I can, because like you can never learn too much.
Okay.
And I think one of our greatest wrestlers, I think it was either Dan Gable or John Smith, who said like you can never learn too much. Like you can never be good enough. Like as good as you are in sports, you can always get better. Like there's always room for improvement. You can always get better. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, what do you do on a daily basis to keep yourself mentally focused, to keep going forward instead of, because I know some of us, we have our times where we get lazy, but what do you do to try and keep yourself focused, to keep yourself seeing that goal and maintaining it? What do you do as a process to keep yourself mentally focused?
Honestly, it's like I look at my medal collection and that Olympic gold's not there. So it's like that's enough for me. And like I just look around, it's like I'm like not where I want to be yet. So like that's my focus, man. It's like it's like you hear like celebrities and like just famous people all the time. They say like it's okay to fail, and like like I always like give it my best shot, and if I fail, I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong? Like try to like just work on it, move forward, and come back stronger and
So
smarter.
what do you do to try to relax? What are your, because everybody has times when you're like, it's good to stay on your path to success, staying focused. But you know, you don't want to overexert yourself. So when you have time to relax, or you have like that lazy day like we all have, what do you do to try to relax and just be at peace?
Well, first of all, I'm an introvert, so it's like as long as I have like my phone, Wi-Fi, headphones, like I'll probably won't leave my room like literally all day. So like I'll just be like just chilling, man. Like in my room, like in my bed probably. And I just order some food and like do like with the cell phone, like you legit like never have to leave your house. Like
This is so true.
Yeah.
When you're listen, you can do your phone. Your phone is basically a laptop.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just think about that, but it's just more advanced.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now here's a question for you, because I know you just briefly said this. If anybody's watching this, I know he probably said this. I'm gonna try to address it. When you had that moment, right, and you go through a match and you did not win, or you got an injury from a match.
Yeah.
And as all of us, we always just think negativity and just beat up on ourselves. What do you try to do to overcome that? Because, you know, with injuries, everything hurts. You can't wrestle for a while, can't work out for a while. What do you do to try and stay focused and be more optimistic about the situation?
Yeah, because I actually, about 2 weeks ago, I competed in Canada, and I ended up injuring my knee. And so, like, right now, I, can't wrestle, can't really work out, and it's like I'm just trying to get my knee healthier. I started rehab the other day, and yeah, like, at the time, it's like, man, it's like, this sucks. And, like, it's, at the end of the day, I just see it as, like a speed bump on the path to success, like, not really a roadblock. So, but, like, yeah, it slows me down, but, like, it doesn't keep me from moving forward. And I just, like, afterwards, I just try to stay positive. God has a plan, and so, I just, like, try to trust it, and, just try to stay as positive as I can, and, just be like, all right, it happened, like, don't dwell on it, just look forward, and, like, you'll be back, so.
Okay. So here's a question for you. If you ever were to get sponsored by an agency, but it required you to relocate either to a different state or, if anything, the other side of the world, but it was like the whole nine, they did everything for you, would you be hesitant to do that move, or would you take that opportunity to go further and accept with the changes and just roll with it?
Well, that's one of the things about wrestling. It's like we do things like with love and passion. Like we don't necessarily do it for money, but like it does help. In wrestling, we have a saying like, "Do it for the gold around your neck, not the gold in your pocket." But like I couldn't wrestle for any other country other than USA. Like that's for sure. And honestly, like I don't think I could wrestle anywhere else other than Philly. 'Cause like I've been here for about 10 years now. This is my home now. And like I'm trying to build like a good legacy, a dynasty, and an empire here in Philly. So, but honestly, it depends really. Like it depends like where I'd be moving, how much they would give me, and especially like who my coaches and training partners would be. Like that's like the number one factor. If they asked me to move to Tempe, Arizona, where the Sunkist kids are, like they have some good coaches out there, good training partners. So like I'd consider that definitely. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much here to stay in Philly.
Nice,
so.
nice.
Yeah.
Remember, always have a passion.
Yeah.
Always have a passion. Now, here's a question for you that's just completely out of the blue, who's your favorite superhero character and
Uh,
why?
oh man, like I honestly don't have a favorite, but I I could narrow it down.
Okay.
And so when you say superhero, like, you mean like DC, Marvel, that
It
type?
could be either DC or Marvel, whichever one.
Okay.
You can combine the two, anything.
Well,
There is a
honestly,
difference. There is a difference.
Yeah, definitely. My my top two are Black Panther and Tony Stark, definitely.
Nice.
So, like, even look at my like my handle on Twitter and Instagram, like Tony Stark is like my thing. So, why? Because I have a bit of a passion for engineering, and like Tony Stark is like one of the greatest engineers ever, and so yeah, like dude, it'd be awesome to be him, like just um, like wealthy, like smart, and
Just
just
having that intellect.
yeah, and obviously Black Panther, um, like the African roots, like he's himself is very intelligent, like engineering is a big thing in Wakanda as well. So yeah, man, like just if I could be either one, like that would be great. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
FYI, Captain America's shield, that metal came from Wakanda. Just saying.
Yeah.
Learn that.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is excellent. This is excellent. And one question here for you. One question here for you. When you're feeling down and you want to watch this video over again, what's some inspiring words you would give to yourself when you're feeling down, you feel like you want to quit? Just what can you say here to motivate yourself to keep going, not to give up?
Ah, man, like just remember what the future holds. Like like I get asked this question a lot, especially like in school and stuff like that. They say like who is my biggest motivator? And I say my future self is my biggest motivator, and my biggest inspiration, because like I'm a very like forward thinking person, and I'm also very patient, and like it's a process, and just like we say it here in Philly, trust the process, and
Respect the process.
yeah, but yeah, man, but yeah, just keep grinding, keep moving forward, keep pushing, and you get knocked down 7 times, get up 8, and yeah, just keep moving forward, man. Like don't ever stop, because you know what you're capable of. Your friends and family know what you're capable of, and just give it everything you got. So
Don't give up.
yeah.
Don't give up. Even when you're down, never give up. And don't be afraid of failure, because on the other side of failure is success. Remember that. All right. If you would first give us a little bit of a backstory on your choice to become a wrestler and like your reasons why, and start like from like your backstory, pretty much like from you were younger, you made the choice, and then boom, wrestling.
Okay. I was born in Kentucky, and my dad and his side of the family is from Wilkes-Barre, which is up near Scranton, PA. And my dad and his two brothers wrestled in high school. My dad wrestled in college, and yeah. So like when I was, I think, headed into second grade, my dad actually got the assistant coaching job at University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, and we moved to Tennessee, and that's when I got started in wrestling. But first, my brother, my oldest brother, was the one who did it first. Like he was a freshman in high school. I was in second grade, and my other brother was in fifth grade, and so like our oldest brother, like kind of we followed in his footsteps, like got started with it, and just pretty much went from there.
Okay. What actions have you taken the last few months or last few years to get yourself closer to achieving your ultimate goal?
Um, so, like I moved up here in, I think, 2013, because like I'd been wrestling at Shippensburg University for 2 years, and then I just kind of like kind of fell off a little bit, like moved back home and dropped out of school, and then I moved back up here because like I kind of refound my passion for the sport and wanted to get back into it. So I moved up here 2013, and I started wrestling freestyle in 2015, and so at first I was just training by myself, like didn't really have any training partners, and then I got back with my old coach from high school, and like I started to train with him a little bit, and but I still wasn't getting the proper training that I needed, and so 20 yeah, it was like November of 2015. I competed at the NYAC in New York City. It was an international tournament, and I just so happened to be standing next to BJ Futrell and Rich Perry, who are now my teammates in weigh-ins. And I, kind of introduced myself, like, because they were wrestling for the PRTC in Philly, and I said, like, yeah, like I train in King of Prussia. I live there, and I'd love to come and train with you guys. And so after the tournament, I actually got contacted by Chase Pami, who was now not only my teammate but assistant coach at UPenn, and like he invited me to come train with them, and so like I've been training with them ever since, and yeah, like it's like propelled me to like a whole new level, and I got started to go on trips with the guys. We went down to UNC in North Carolina last year, and I got to train with some really good guys. Like Jordan Burroughs was there, who's like the face of USA Wrestling, and I got to train with some really good coaches. Kenny Monday, who's an Olympic gold medalist in the 80s. Now one of the coaches at UNC, and I got to train with Coleman Scott, who's the head coach of UNC. Like he was the Olympic bronze medalist and NCAA champion for Oklahoma State, and I got to train with like some really good competitors of the sport, and yeah, like it's like pushed me to like a whole new like height in my career, and so yeah, like it's been awesome, man. Like I've loved every second of it.
Nice, so. Nice. Here's something that happens to all of us.
Yeah.
When people doubt you or tell you you're not going to make it, you're going to fail, what keeps you from listening to them? What keeps you from drowning out all that negativity and staying so optimistic? What ultimately, when people say they want to push their opinions on you, like, oh, you're not going to do this, you won't be able to do it, you can't do it, it's the Olympics, all that.
Yeah.
What keeps you more optimistic, more positive, if you don't know what optimistic is, more positive about the situation, and to not listen to them?
Honestly, like I just laugh, man. Like when they say I can't do it, like I just laugh, and I'm pretty much and like watch this, and then just go out there and kill it. But at the same time, it's like like a ship only sinks when water like gets into it, and so like, but like sometimes I try to like keep it real with myself. Like if I have a bad weight cut, then I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna perform well tonight. So, but yeah, it's like I try not to listen to like the the naysayers, and like I had, cause like underdog stories, like when like Cinderella stories, like they happen like every year in sports, but like I went from just being some guy who worked at a Buffalo Wild Wings in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to now like I'm like competing with like some of the greatest wrestlers in our sport today, and training with Olympic gold medalist Brandon Slay, who's the head coach of the PRTC, and like if I can make that jump, then yeah, it's like, dude, like who knows what the future holds, and it's like another thing, like it's sports, man. Like anything can happen. Like literally anything can happen in sports. So, um, like I just focus on that, man. Like just and like when I'm out there wrestling, like like I have this, cause like my high school coach in Tennessee, he's from Iowa, and so like he has a really big like attack score like type of mentality, like just and like at the University of Iowa, their wrestling program, like they teach their guys that if there's time on the clock, then it's time to score, and like I just kept that mentality since high school. So like anything can happen, like whether there's 2 minutes on the clock or there's like 10 seconds on the clock, like there's still a way to win, and like we kind of like true champions find a way to win. Like true champions always find a way to win, and so like I just try to like keep that focus, keep that mentality, and again, man, like anything can happen.
Nice. What are your plans after you achieve? Because you did mention earlier about getting the gold for the Olympics.
Yeah.
What are your plans after that? Because I know you said about a legacy, but what are your plans after that? Are you trying to do, let's say, like most athletes, either trying to have like your own shoe, your own clothing line, or trying to be on TV? But what are your plans after that? After you achieve that goal?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I actually wanted to go to school for filmmaking. And so like I love to write, and like I love to shoot. Um, yeah. So I actually plan to start my own YouTube channel pretty soon, and like start making like short films and start doing like photography and stuff, and um, I would love to like start making like full length films, and also yeah, like like have my own shoe, um, my own brand, my own gear. Like that would be awesome, and let's see. Um, I was also thinking about just actually.
Would you want to do anything maybe something sports related, or maybe with film, maybe do maybe some computer work or anything
Mhm.
like that?
Um.
Because I know sometimes with the new age, filming is gonna be a lot more with maybe more with laptops. Maybe you never know. Might be
Mhm.
some new product in the future. You never know.
Yeah.
For all we know, somebody might be watching this a decade from now. It's 10 years for those who don't know. Because I know it took me a while to realize that decade it might be something else. Would you be like trying to keep yourself more going that course, and maybe like or website design or anything like
Mhm.
that?
Um. I want to get into engineering, like mechanical and electrical.
Nice.
So like I want to go to school for engineering, and like just everything from like I really love technology. Like I'm really into it, and I want to go, like there's a really big convention like every year out west about and it's like all the new like tech and everything, like the new flat screen TVs, new cell phones, like new
Wow.
drones and stuff like that, new cameras. like they're on showcase at this really I forgot the name of it, but like it's a really big convention. It's either in Vegas or California. But yeah, like I really love to get into that. Like I'm really into like green energy, so like just
Like solar panels and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that?
So like
Nice.
solar energy, wind energy.
I didn't know what that was for a minute.
Yeah, yeah, man. So like
I had to guess on that one.
yeah, it's like I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. I really like what he's doing. So like if I could, then I'd find a way for like all the cars on the road to be electric. Every house should have solar panels. And because like we really gotta like try to help save the environment. We only get one planet, so it's like we gotta like try to take care of it, man.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
Yeah, so
It's very true. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And remember this. This is something I saw a few years ago. Success begins with the second letter. Spell out success and underline the second letter. Like spell out success and then underline the second letter of success. There you go. All right, man. Well, I think that's all the questions we have here today for you. Thank you so much for joining us.
yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much for watching. And please, if you have any questions for my friend Tony, his handles for his social medias will be in the links below as well, variously throughout the video. And you'll also see a clip, which will be right here. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. We just want to wrap it up here for him and give something pretty nice for you guys who are watching this and for himself for the future so he can be inspired again. Thank you so much for this time and stay tuned. We have more to come for you. Take care, everyone. Bye.